How are you?
Good. Any questions?
Sean, I guess, are you able to say who you're starting to
Yeah,
quarterback?
we're going to start Trevor. Taysom's playing in this game, and we've had a good week of practice.
And so, can you explain the decision at all?
No, that's just what we're doing this week.
When did Taysom come out of concussion protocol, and did that affect your decision at all?
Yeah, great question. I listen. A lot of it's based on, I felt like Trevor played well last week. Taysom was coming out just at that same time. So, we'll see each week. We've got a good plan. We feel like this week relative to this game, and we'll kind of go from there.
Sean, what do you think that the last couple of years, whether it's been Drew getting hurt and Teddy coming in, Taysom coming in, Trevor coming in last week, that y'all have been able to kind of withstand some of the ups and downs of that position, injuries, all that stuff?
I think the consistent thing is, number one, I think we've got a pretty good team, playing good defense, and we're rushing the ball pretty well. And so I think the two best allies for a quarterback are, a running game and good defense. It's hard playing that position if you're not playing good defense, and it's hard playing that position if you can't run the football.
Well, you guys have also invested in the people who are backing up your starter too the last couple of years. I mean,
yeah.
Teddy started games. And
look,
Taysom's
you have to feel like there's someone that you can win games with if there's a change because of injury, and the same thing applies to safety or corner. I mean, you want to, obviously we're looking for depth, but I think that's important.
Sean, what's the key to manufacturing yards after catch? I know that's something Jameis said he was working on.
From a passing standpoint,
yeah.
Well, look, yards after catch from a quarterback standpoint is location. Are you keeping them on stride, or are you making them turn? So accuracy can lead to more yak. Inaccuracy can prevent that. If you're having to jump for a ball, then your feet aren't on the ground. You know what I mean? So your ball location can help with that.
Sean, all the players pretty much expressed confidence in Trevor when we spoke to them yesterday. Obviously, we're not at practice. How have you seen him kind of take command of the offense so far?
I mentioned this last weekend. He's his person, these guys all have different personalities, and I've coached a player similar to Trevor's when I mentioned Ty Detmer. It's kind of cool, calm, just you never see the real highs or the real lows. That's his personality, and it works for him. And his preparation this week has been really good. Taysom the same way. But everyone has a different personality relative to how they play, and so his would be that way. By example, he's got a good command of what we're doing, but pretty flat line in a good way.
How have you seen the players respond to him in practice and in the huddle?
Good. I think there's, I think he did a good job last week coming in that moment, and there's certainly a confidence in him and what we're doing.
How beneficial is it that he's been here for about a year?
I think that's important. Yeah, I think that's good because he's been in the system. He's he understands it and he knows it. I think the same thing with Jameis and Taysom. Those guys have all been in it here for quite a bit, and Ian is kind of getting it quicker now.
Does that mean he'll be active this week?
Yeah, he'll probably be up too.
Sean, has your pass rush been what you kind of wanted to be the last couple of weeks since the bye?
Yeah, it's easy to just look at sacks, and then that's fine. But you want to look at third down efficiency. You want to look at the interceptions. I mean, and you also want to look at hurries and hits and all of those things. I think we're doing a good job.
And Sean, I know you worked with Terry Fontenot for years. Have you been able to see his footprint on that team?
Yeah, look, it's his first year. Those guys are grinding and working hard. And, it's hard to actually look at the film in year one You know, and it's Arthur's first year as well, and so I know those are exciting times when your head coach and your general manager are both coming in together, you know, locking arm in arm, and I think that both of them have got great pedigree, and so we miss Terry, and it's good to see that, you know, he's got that opportunity, and I'm sure we'll exchange pleasantries after the game.
Did Terry identify Trevor Siemian as the top quarterback on the ready list?
Yeah, I don't. That'd be a good question. I can't answer that honestly, but he did a fantastic job with us.
Sean, too, your guys that you brought in were inducted into the Hall of Fame today, Organizational Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It was great. I didn't like the timing of the luncheon. I would have loved to have been there. But both of them, when you look at Roman and Jari, that they were in that first draft class. Both of them, one second, I think one fourth. Both of them were picks that we traded down for. And so with Roman, we went back a few spots and acquired Jeff Fain. And so he started for us at center. And then Roman, however many years, obviously had a great career. And Jari, in the fourth round, we had the 2 pick that year. And they used to have 3 rounds, and then you'd go the rest of the draft. So it was early morning, Texans up first, we're up second, and we're getting ready to select a tight end out of Wisconsin, Owen Daniel. In fact, I'm on the phone with him, and the draft's beginning, and we're talking, and it just was coincidence that he and I went to the same high school. I didn't even realize it. And while we were on the phone, the Texans clicked in, and he came back to me and said, "Coach, I'm getting drafted by the Texans." Well, there was only 1 pick ahead of us. So Texans selected Owen Daniel. We traded back with the Philadelphia Eagles. We acquired Hollis Thomas. And then also at that point then drafted Jari Evans. So sometimes, you know, you're in that case, and Owen turned out to be a real good player. And Jari, I think, is a eventual Hall of Famer in our league. But both those players were trade back and then acquire a guy that played for us that year. Hollis played, obviously Jeff started. Those guys were fantastic players, and they like epitomize what we're looking for.
Stat of the week.
Oh, none. That was the stat for the week right there. All right, thank you.